unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Singly loud, so mean you can ask us. Pushing down the reticence, bringing out your high self. Think of the fun song, pushing down the battlefield instead of bringing the attitudes to walk the world and have to pick your attitude. Brace yourself, you great to be. I know this world and what it seems.
It's unbelievable.
Good morning, everyone, from the community of Scripps Ranch here at Jerbeck Park. Welcome to Girls Under 15 Soccer, the AA division in the Presidio League. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions, and today it's Scripps Ranch United playing host to the Cardiff Mustangs. The Mustangs come into today's game with a 4-1-1 record overall. Scripps United with a 2-4 overall record. Both teams second place, tied for second in the Presidio League. So this game here, of course, a meaningful game. The team that comes out on top will be in second place all by themselves. The Cardiff Mustangs will be wearing the red jerseys with the black numbers, and we'll be going right to left on our video dial as we get the game underway. We'll follow the action for you and gradually take a look at the starting lineups as we go along. Scripps United wearing blue uniforms with the red numbers. We'll be going left to right on our video dial as United attempts to get the ball across the halfway line, and a nice strong kick by Jenny Kurth, getting the ball well into the territory of the Cardiff Mustangs. Finally broken up defensively by Scripps United. So both teams, of course, will take the first few minutes of the game to feel one another out, work a lot on the one-touch passes. The Cardiff Mustangs are coached by Leslie King, assisted by Jana Hernandez, and the coach for Scripps United is Burke Reichenbach, and assisting him is Jerry Laurent. So let's take a look at the starting lineup as we follow the action for the Cardiff Mustangs. Starting at the center forward position will be Rebecca Eddington. On her right side at the wing is Sienna Hernandez. At the left wing is Britta Lebhertz. The center halfback position is Sarah Helland. At the right half is Becky Burkett. At the left half is Devon Ricks. The stopper wearing number 4 is Jenny Kurth. The sweeper wearing number 24 is Jamie Latiano. The right fullback wearing number 5 is Meredith Brust. The left fullback wearing number 14 is Karen Delante. And Anissa Buck will start at the goalie position for the Mustangs. As on the far touchline, the Scripps United team attempting a corner kick. You can see the players lining up accordingly and converge on the goal. The ball hitting the side of the net, so that will result in a goal kick for the Cardiff Mustangs. And let's take a quick look at the starting lineup for Scripps United. At the center forward position will be Jill Hanneman. At the right wing, wearing number 14, is Jamie Reichenbach. At the left wing is Andrea Ginsberg. The center half, wearing number 12, is Kate Burkhard. Right half, wearing number 5, is Courtney Smith. At the left half, wearing number 13, is Andrea Hoffman. The stopper, wearing number 18, is Kim Knudsen. Playing in the rear stopper position, number 15, is Andrea Rohrbach. The left fullback position is played by Kelly Robinson. The right fullback position, Vanessa Hanley. She's wearing number 7, and occupying the goalie position for Scripps United will be Jennifer Reeder. So there you have it, the starting lineups for both teams. And of course, both teams having more than ample players to come in as substitutes, so a lot of the players will get plenty of action today. As Scripps United trying to keep the ball on the offensive side of the field on their behalf, drive down, and Andrea Ginsberg takes on the far side, is finally broken up defensively by Meredith Brust. Really marking her opponent very well there. The header by Becky Burkett. Another header. So Burkett very good in the air in the early going. A long pass just crossing the touchline on the near side as Britta Lebhertz was hustling down, looking for a possible 1-on-2 situation towards the goal. Jill Henneman trying to control for Scripps United. Finally broken up by the goalie Anissa Buck. Make that Anissa Buck. As the ball carries out to the halfway line. And hustling over to trying to keep the ball in bounds was Andrea Ginsberg. So again, we'll take a look at some of the other players that will be seeing some action today. Janelle West will come in as a left fullback. Tanya Terzic will come into the ball game as a right fullback. Michelle Zink will probably see some action at right fullback. She also plays on that right side at the halfback position as well. Jamie Latiano, of course, one of the starters. Erica Serta will come in as a right wing. So all the players, again, will probably see plenty of action in today's game. And Scripps United controls. Again, keeping the ball down in their offensive territory here in the early going. That's Vanessa Hanley trying to control, being marked very well by Devon Ricks. Strong kick, Becky Burkett. And here come the Cardiff Mustangs as Erica Serta hustles down the far touchline as the ball trickles out of bounds. So the Cardiff Mustangs will set up accordingly for the toss-in from the far side. Players situating themselves defensively as the strong over-the-head throw comes in. As Andrea Ginsberg trying to control for Scripps United. Unable to keep control, however, so the ball will go in possession of the Cardiff Mustangs. So again, a meaningful game. Both teams coming into today's game tied for second place. Early into the first half of play, still no score in the ball game. The Mustangs, of course, coached by Leslie King, who's played soccer for 14 years herself, actually coached at Virginia Tech after her coaching career. She was a right halfback during her coaching days. And, of course, Jana Hernandez helping out on the coaching end as well. As the ball comes across the touchline on the near side. So, once again, both okay, a little switch in the lineup. Playing in the right wing position for the Cardiff Mustangs will be Erica Serta. That change is coming in from the coach of the Mustangs. The officials for today's game will be Tom Browning along with Angel Martinez. So kind of a chilly morning here at Scripps Ranch. You can see the sun trying to break through. Might take an hour or so. They were looking for a possibility of rain this afternoon, so we'll have to see what happens. As the goalie, Jennifer Reeder, gets the ball out. And a nice header defensively by Karen Delante. Or make that Jamie Reichenbach. As Devon Ricks will throw in to her teammates. And a nice header. And again, the goalie hustling up Jennifer Reeder to make the play. So both teams pretty balanced. Not one team coming into today's game as a real offensive threat or overbearing defensively, but very balanced offensively and defensively as well. Erica Serter trying to get in a position for a shot on goal. Again, Jennifer Reeder, that goalie, coming up to make a nice play. As the ball battles back and forth here along the halfway line. Meredith Brust trying to get the ball back in her team's possession. As Jamie Latiano hustles over. The athletes today, of course, 15 years of age and under. A lot of the parents today out here supporting their kids. Of course, the high school tryouts coming up in 1 week as Sienna Hernandez will come into the game as Britta Lebhertz will take a break. We'll make sure that we share the substitutes that come in and out of the game for you throughout the whole ball game. Scripps United hustling that throw in to try to get themselves in a nice scoring position. The shot on goal from beyond the penalty arc as Anissa Buck comes up from her goalie position to make a nice play for Cardiff. Cardiff takes it across the halfway line, and finally a nice defensive play by Kelly Robinson. Scripps United, Kate Burkhardt working the ball back and forth as Sienna Hernandez hustles over and retrieves the ball on the far touchline as Becky Burkett. That good, strong, over-the-head throw. Tries to get it to her teammate. And hustling over is Rebecca Eddington. Eddington and Hernandez controlling. As Erica Serta tried to get herself in an offensive position, but the goalie coming up to make a nice play as the ball heads towards the near touchline. Being marked very well by Devon Ricks. So no team really threatening so far offensively in the early going of the game. So again, a lot of these athletes that you see out here playing today will be trying out for their respective high school teams. Very good athletes, as we mentioned. Just 1 week from today, they will have their tryouts. And the Cardiff team, of course, the players go to San Diego High. So they will look to find a roster spot as United hustles down and makes the play defensively as Cardiff was threatening on the offensive end. As Sarah Helland, a nice pass inside to Rebecca Eddington. As Becky Burkett battling on the far side with Scripps United. So soccer really starting to grow here in the United States. The World Cup coming to America in 1994. Of course, everyone looking very much forward to that in this growing sport. Of course, the sport of soccer originating in Europe actually goes by the name of football. And a little trivia for you, if you're curious as to how they came up with the name soccer, I will share that with you here in a moment as the official, Angel Martinez, calls an illegal use of hands against Scripps United, so the ball will go in favor of the Cardiff Mustangs. But of course, Wendy Pierce will come in here momentarily for the Cardiff Mustangs. But of course, soccer as we know it in Europe, being called football, was based out of the European Football Association, and the abbreviation for association as a possible shot on goal from way out, but finally retrieved by Kim or Jennifer Reeder. But again, just the abbreviation of association, ASSOC, is where they derived the word soccer. Soccer, of course, having 4 or 5 of the letters from the abbreviation ASSOC as the shot on goal by the Cardiff Mustangs just off to the left. So Cardiff threatening there momentarily. Good strong kick. Shot by Erica Serta. The ball crosses the halfway line, and Meredith Brust hustles over to control for the Mustangs. She passes inside to Becky Burkett. And here comes Scripps United. As the forwards and centers set up as Kristen Hans, along with Kim Knudsen, the stopper, also working in offensively. The header by Vanessa Hanley. And here on the near side, a strong kick downfield by Kim Knudsen. And battling in the far corner. The ball goes out of bounds on the far side, the goal line, so the Cardiff Mustangs will have a goal kick coming in here shortly. That will be Jamie Latiano, the sweeper for the Cardiff Mustangs, who will attempt the goal kick for Cardiff. And now Wendy Pierce comes into the lineup for the Mustangs. And taking a break will be Becky Burkett. All the players today going 100%, so when they come off the field, expect to see them breathing hard and winded. Controlling Vanessa Hanley as the defense of the Stangs converges, disallowing any type of scoring threat that Scripps United may have had in mind. So as the Mustangs make a gallant attempt to keep the ball in play, but to no avail. Still no score here at Jerbeck Park. As the ball crosses the near side touchline at the corner, Cardiff should retain possession here. So the Cardiff Mustangs will take possession on the far touchline here on the near side. As Erin Hanlon controls and defended by Kim Knudsen, and Vanessa Hanley attempting a centering pass inside as goalie Anissa Buck comes out of her goal area to make the stop. As the ball comes down here to the halfway line, controlling is Erica Serta. The ball just changing hands so fast from one team to the next here this morning. So halfway through the first half of play, we'll play two 40-minute halves. Still no score in the ball game as Sarah Helland, along with Wendy Pierce, controlling for the Mustangs. As the ball goes up, and a possible shot on goal by Erica Serta as she was hustling from that left wing position, finally defended nicely by Scripps United. So the Cardiff Mustangs will retain possession here on the near side as Devin Ricks comes in to attempt a corner kick for the Cardiff Mustangs. You can see Erica Serta lining up as the left wing awaiting the kick, and the ball goes just by Erica, and hustling in was Erin Hanlon. And Erin with a nice high kick towards the goal, and the goalkeeper making the play and diving and finally grabbing a hold of it. So Erin Hanlon, just with that real high kick, the goalie, Jennifer Reeder, had to make a nice defensive play to come up with the stop. Strong kick by Wendy Pierce. And Wendy will handle the over-the-head toss for the Mustangs. The header by United. A nice defensive play by Jamie Latiano. Jamie, of course, the sweeper. Jamie, one of the stronger players out here. Has that good leg strength. Plays an integral part in that sweeper position. as the ball comes out of bounds here on the near touchline. So again, halfway through the first half of play, still no score. Again, you're watching the girls under 15 AA division in the Presidio League. Jamie Reichenbach attempting a centering pass and defended well by the Mustangs. And finally, Anissa Buck coming up to make the stop for the Stangs. So a very close match so far as the ball just trickling out of bounds on the near touchline as Devin Ricks attempting to come over to keep the ball in control of her team. Janelle West, the left fullback, just kicking the ball, not allowing any type of offensive scoring threat by the Scripps United team. Red. So Jamie Reichenbach will take a break for Scripps United. Erica Serta goes over to teammate Sienna Hernandez, and finally broken up by Wendy Tashner. As the official, Angel Martinez, points that the ball will go in possession of Scripps United. So again, you can see the parents out here today supporting their kids. This game of soccer always bringing in a lot of fans. Another interesting trivia for you, the word fan actually coming and is derived from the word fanatic, because in Europe, when this sport, of course called football, originated, as the attempted shot on goal there, as we follow the action, but to no avail as Anissa Buck comes up to make the stop. But again, the fans in Europe are so fanatical about the game of soccer that is where they came up with the word fan here in America. The spectators, of course, being called fans. So fan derived from the word fanatical. As Andrea Ginsberg drives down, attempting that centering pass from the left wing position. It seems as if any time United begins to threat offensively, always come up with a very nice defensive play, and that seems to be what happens on the other end as well. So both teams evenly matched coming into this game. The corner kick coming in for Scripps United. They have their own little strategy as the girls now attempt to converge on the goal area. A nice strong kick high into the outside. So again, both teams having about the same attempts on goal. Neither team coming up with a score so far. Kristen Hans for Scripps United will handle the corner kicking duties for United, and a strong kick towards goal as Kara Herzog was unable to control. And back the other way we go. And reversed once again as Kim Knutson makes a nice play, and Anissa Buck having her work cut out for her so far, making a lot of stops at that goal position. Nice kick there. Great control by Sienna Hernandez back the other way offensively. And battling at the halfway line is Wendy Pierce, along with Kara Herzog of United. So you can see the parents and players for Scripps United on the far side as Vanessa Hanley goes out of the game, and Lindsay Unruh comes into the lineup for Scripps United. United driving down. Andrea Ginsberg with an attempted shot on goal and finally accidentally tripped by Meredith Brust. And of course the ground this morning very wet. It's very difficult for the players to get their footing, so Meredith Brust, of course, just losing her footing, and the referee, understanding that, did not call any type of a tripping violation. It was just purely accidental. As Jamie Latiano looks, it appeared as if she would be the player to come up for a goal kick, but actually it will be a penalty kick. So we were correct initially when we called that tripping a violation. So Scripps United will have a penalty kick here as Anissa Buck gets herself squared away at the goalie position, ready to leap right or left to come up with the stop for the Mustangs. The shot and the score by Scripps United. So 3/4 of the way through the first half of play, the Scripps United Andrea Rohrback coming through with the penalty kick. Just scooted the ball just to the right side of Anissa Buck. And again, very difficult for the players to get their footing. And Andrea Rohrback taking full advantage of that. So Jenny Kurth and Britta Lebhertz into the lineup for the Cardiff Mustangs. And Sarah Helland will take a break, along with Erica Serta. As Britta Lebhertz wasting no time getting right into the action as she goes into the ball game, hustling to keep the ball in possession of her team. And Jenny Kurth as well, as the ball trickles out of bounds on the far touch line. So 1-0 the score. Scripps United out in front of the Cardiff Mustangs thanks to a penalty kick by Andrea Rohrback. Big strong kick towards the goal, and another nice play there by Jennifer Reeder. But you have to give the Mustangs a lot of credit. That shot taken from well outside the right side of the penalty arc. A good strong kick. Devin Ricks controlling offensively for the Mustangs. Gets the ball out to Britta Lebhertz. And a violation going against United will result in an indirect kick here for the Mustangs. And Devin Ricks will do the kicking. A strong left-footed kick inside, almost into Jenny Kurth. But United making a nice play in that fullback position. Hustling over was Rebecca Eddington. As the official, Tom Browning. You can see him signaling that the ball will go from left to right on our video dial in possession of Scripps United. Nice header there by Wendy Pierce, trying to keep the ball in possession of the Mustangs. Jenny Kurth, the stopper, with the overhead throw, looking for Sienna Hernandez. As the ball crosses the halfway line, and hustling over is Janelle West. And here comes Jamie Reichenbach, marked very closely by the hustling Janelle West. Contact on that right side. The Mustangs, of course, looking for a penalty to be called. Becky Burkett working hard defensively for the Stangs. And hustling up is Rebecca Eddington, trying to come up with the mark and tackle for her team. Lindsay Unruh out to Jamie Reichenbach. Centering pass inside and broken up nicely by Jenny Kurth. Nice header there by the Mustangs. The ball battling in the penalty arc here, and the shot on goal, and another nice stop by Anissa Buck on the right side of the goal area. So 1-0 the score as we near the closing minutes of the first half of play. As a referee, Angel Martinez, says the Mustangs will retain possession on the far side. The header by Andrea Ginsberg. And another header by the Mustangs at the halfway line. Good play by Jenny Kurth. So Jenny just trying to get the ball back in the offensive territory of her team. Heading the ball and was nudged by the other player. So a blocking violation. A strong kick by Jenny Kurth. Low to the ground, but effective as it goes out to Erica Serta. It goes out to the right wing. And finally broken up momentarily. As Wendy Pierce with the centering pass. So every time the Mustangs seem to threaten, the Scripps United team comes up with a decent defensive play. Erica Serta, a nice pass attempted to go out to Sienna Hernandez on the right wing. Ball just scooting ahead of her, goes out of bounds on the far touch side. Good defensive play, Aaron Hanlon. And hustling down was Jenny Kurth for the Mustangs. Just keeps the ball out of bounds to disallow any type of scoring threat by Scripps United. The corner kick attempt by United, again, that wet ground causing the United player to not completely gather her footing and trip there. So an ineffective corner kick. As the Mustangs swarm defensively, coming up with a great play headed by Tanya Terzic. Tanya playing in that right fullback position, doing a nice job for the Mustangs. The shot on goal by Lindsay Unruh just trickles to the left of the goal as Sarah Helland, the center halfback for the Mustangs, will come into the lineup. As Jenny Kurth will set to attempt the goal kick for the Mustangs. A shot by Jamie Reichenbach off to the left. So that will result in a goal kick for the Mustang. Jenny Kurth with a strong kick. And unable to get her footing was Becky Burkett, but a nice attempt by the Mustangs. Hustling over defensively was Tanya Terzic. And a big kick, Jenny Kurth. So again, now it seems when Scripps United threatens, the Mustangs come up with a great defensive play. And battling is Becky Burkett and Vanessa Hanley. Burkett controlling out to Britta Lebhertz. And a nice header there by Becky Burkett. And hustling over on the right side is Sienna Hernandez on the right wing, working one-on-one against Andrea Hoffman, showing good ball control. The Cardiff Mustangs very effective with their one-touch passes, the give and go, if you will, in this game of soccer. Very action-packed game. As Becky Burkett with the overhead throw. Mustangs will retain possession here on the near side. Go inside to Britta Lebhertz. Britta work on the left side, broken up by Vanessa Hanley. So violation going against the Mustangs will result in a Scripps United possession. As Kim Knutson, the stopper, will have the goal kick. Gets it out and broken up nicely by Britta Lebhertz. Going back the other way as Becky Burkett hustles over to try to keep the ball in possession of her team. And a nice header by Karen Delante. And getting free is Erin Hanlon, along with Hernandez. And Hernandez hustling over. So the Cardiff Mustangs really threatening there. Looking to tie this ball game up. They trail by 1-0. As we near the end of the first half of play here at Jerbeck Park. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. If you would like a copy of this video presentation, you can call 549-9952. Or if you would like any future sporting event covered, please give us a call. We'd be happy to bring it for you. So basically the scenario of the game this morning is both teams very strong offensively, but just as strong defensively. It seems when a team threatens on the offensive side of things, the other team comes up with a good play defensively. And that's why the score stands at just 1-0. And that score coming halfway through the first half of play on a penalty kick by Andrea Rohrbach. And that kick, of course, coming because of an accidental tripping violation by the Mustangs. One of the players just unable to get her footing the way that she might have liked. Nice header by Erin Hanlon. Well, of course, crossing the touchline on the far side, so the Scripps United team will have possession. The corner and kick and a big play, Erin Hanlon. It's Wendy Pierce making the play defensively for the Mustangs. Also, Erin Hanlon helping out defensively, along with Tanya Terzic. Tanya Terzic will come over with the inbounds throw-in. Looks upfield, and finally Sarah Helland gains control and is marked well by Scripps United. And that violation should go against Kristen Hans. Obstruction by Scripps United. As the official Tom Browning comes over to speak with both of the girls, maybe telling them to taper down their aggressiveness as they were both battling for the ball real nicely. So a drop in will result. Britta Lebhertz on the near side here, battling against Lindsay Unruh. As Lebhertz The players once again coming into contact with one another. An indirect kick as Britta Lebhertz wastes no time setting up for the kick, and the official apparently under the impression the players weren't set up defensively, or that actually will do it, I think, for the first half of play. The score at the half here at Jerback School, Scripps Ranch 1, the Cardiff Mustangs 0.
Again, like Sienna was saying, we need to take a lot more shots. You know, I think all of you realize that. If we challenge their goalie, she, fumbles the ball. Like when Sienna, when you came up there and got it. Erica, you had some shots, maybe some opportunities to head it in. You know, if you just go up against the goalie, I mean, probably you just got to do that. Okay.
The goalie's not very good. Just don't take it.
Yeah. Just make her work.
And you guys, what we're doing is sorry. Wendy, you're like keeping the ball when you got 3 people on, and there's our teammates around you, and you're not passing it off to them. You understand?
We're just underway, the second half of play. Scripps United having first possession and still controlling. The centering pass in, and the shot on goal, and broken up nicely by the goalie, Anissa Buck. Anissa with the strong kick comes outside, and Erica Serta trying to come over to save that one, but to no avail. So the Scripps United team will have possession going back the other way as the throw-in unsuccessful by Jennifer Reeder. So in the second half of play, Scripps United will go right to left on our video dial. They're wearing the blue jerseys with red numbers. And the Cardiff Mustangs left to right. Ball battling back and forth here at the halfway line, and finally hustling over was Britta Lebhertz, trying to keep the ball in possession of her team. So 1-0 the score. The score, of course, coming on a penalty kick. So both teams very evenly matched in the first half of play. Both teams getting about the same amount of shots on goal, and both teams coming up with about the same great defensive plays, stopping any offensive threats. Karen Delante gets the ball across the halfway line, and across the near touchline it goes. So Erica Serta will back up defensively. And Erica making the nice play there, gets the ball inside to Hernandez. Sienna dribbling down the right side, showing great ball control. Centering pass attempted. Goal kick coming in from Scripps United. Wendy Pierce attempting to get it back the other way, and finally knocked out by Wendy Tashner. So we'll go in possession of the Cardiff Mustangs. Wendy Pierce with the throw-in. And the referee, Angel Martinez, says that you must throw the ball up over your head. So Wendy just keeping that ball a little bit below the overhead throw-in has to come in from behind the neck area and up over the head. The two-hand over-the-head toss. As Wendy Pierce hustles to the sideline to inbound once again. This time having no problem with the throw-in inside to Erica Serta. Broken up by Wendy Tashner. 1-0 remains the score early into the second half of play on a chilly morning here in Scripps Ranch, California. And hustling over is Britta Lebhertz, showing great speed, hustling along that goal line to try to keep the ball in possession of her team. The ball moving a bit too fast, however. The kick inside by the Mustangs. Broken up defensively by the home team, Scripps United. And Britta Lebhertz with the throw-in inside to Hernandez. And hustling over to keep the ball in possession, Wendy Pierce. And they shot on goal, a high kick, giving more than ample time for the goalie to make the play for Scripps United. It was Karen Delante getting tangled up there momentarily with Kelly Robinson. Or make that Kristen Hans. So the Cardiff Mustangs will back up defensively in their respective positions as Jennifer Reeder hustles over to inbounds for United. The header by United. That's Erin Hanlon trying to come over defensively, and Wendy Pierce making the play. As United kicks the ball out of bounds on the near touchline, so the Cardiff Mustangs should have possession here. A strong over-the-head throw-in broken up by Andrea Ginsberg. But only momentarily, as the Mustangs will retain possession. Throw-in coming towards Wendy Pierce. Also Erica Serta coming over to try to help out offensively. You can see the players on the bench here of Cardiff rooting their teammates on while they're on the sideline. You can hear the coaches saying that they need a score to get back into this ball game. They only trail by one, a very close game so far. As a strong kick by Jenny Kurth out of bounds here on the near touchline will result in a possession for Scripps United. The free kick by Kim Knudsen. Down on the far side, Jenny Kurth controlling. And Jenny throwing her hands up as if to say that she felt her team might keep possession, but it does not look like it, as Lindsay Unruh will come over for the corner kick. As if there's any type of momentum on any team right now at this point, it might possibly be in favor of Scripps United, as they do have a 1-0 lead. But the Mustangs keeping their composure, battling back, still going 100%. Nice defensive play by the Stangs as Sienna Hernandez tried to get free here close to the halfway line. And hustling over and tripped is Sarah Helland. And that will result in a violation that will keep the ball in possession of the Mustangs. So both teams so apt at marking one another that sometimes obstructions do incur, and that, of course, resulting on that play. The free kick and the header by Wendy Pierce. Sarah Helland out to Rebecca Eddington, and Rebecca hustles over, finally broken up by Scripps United. Sienna Hernandez hustling over as well. So the Cardiff Mustangs coming out hustling in this second half. You can tell they have that attitude about them that they just want to really try to score this game up as soon as possible. That going against Sienna Hernandez, her body coming into contact with the Scripps player. The header and the header once again, back-to-back headers by each respective team as Jenny Kurth hustles down defensively for the Mustangs. The fullbacks on each team have to be credited with a great game defensively. So both teams featuring their share of talented athletes on both sides of the field. About to come in for Scripps as Jenny Kurth sets up defensively. One of the taller players out there today, and it just gets over her head, and the shot on goal and squeezes in by Kate Burkhardt. So Kate just finding herself in the right place at the right time. And actually, you can hear the cheer here on the Cardiff Mustang side, so apparently a violation was called that will negate the goal. So the Mustangs, as you can see, Jenny Kurth down there near the goalie, about to attempt the goal kick, as she does just that. So that goal not counting. So the Mustangs getting a big break there, if you will. And that, of course, may very well give them an emotional uplift as well, as they only trail by one. They came out really going 100% in the beginning of the second half. And this, of course, will be a nice little uplift as well. As the ball comes out to Wendy Pierce. Wendy battling with Andrea Hoffman. And a nice move there, and the shot on goal and blocked nicely by Karen Delante. A great defensive play for the Mustangs. The ball's in the goal area. The United team is really threatening. And the Mustangs able to break it up. So Scripps attacking had a few opportunities offensively, so a big credit to the Mustangs defense once again. Ball crosses the halfway line, a nice clearance kick by the Mustangs, and hustling down is Rebecca Eddington, trying to get free on that one-and-one, but finally the goalie coming up for the play and the stop. Jamie Latiano in there defensively for the Stangs as Andrea Hoffman attempting the centering pass inside, broken up once again by Jamie Latiano. So an exciting game this is really turning out to be. Both teams that appear so evenly matched. This one will go right down to the wire. As Jamie Latiano, you can see her looking upfield to find a teammate to kick up to, and does just that as she sees Wendy Pierce along the near side. Andrea Ginsberg able to make the tackle for United. The whistle blown by official Angel Martinez as he turns to Leslie King, the coach of the Mustangs, to explain the call that he's making, and also speaks with Tom Browning, the other official, so that they can be on the same page as they put the ball in possession of Scripps United. They'll have a throw-in on the near side. So the ball comes out of the pile. Devon Ricks. Devon making a nice play from that fullback position. Anytime United threatens right in that goal area, the Mustangs in the second half have come up with a great play defensively. That, of course, will give them a lot of confidence. And let's take a look at some players coming in. Jenny Kurth will come back into the lineup for the Mustangs, and Meredith Brust into the lineup as well. And taking a break will be Becky Burkett, the right halfback. Rebecca Eddington attempting to get the ball at the halfway line. Ball goes back in possession of United. The strong kick on the far right side. Jamie Latiano attempting the throw-in. The strong kick across the halfway line to Sienna Hernandez. The header by United. Nice centering pass there by Andrea Hoffman. Trying to get it inside to the center forward to get something going offensively for United, and of course broken up once again by the Mustangs. Vanessa Hanley to handle the throw-in. And a big defensive play by Karen Delante. And another defensive play by Scripps. Two strong kicks by the sweepers, doing their job nicely. Britta Lebhertz controls out to Devin Ricks. Devin back to Lebhertz. And back across the halfway line in possession of United. So Devin Ricks, the left halfback, with the inbounds throw. Attempting to go to teammate Britta Lebhertz, just thrown a little bit too high. Finally controlled by Kelly Robinson. We're halfway through the second half of play here at Jerbeck Park. Scripps United 1, the Cardiff Mustangs 0. Devin Ricks with the throw-in and the header by Karen Delante. Devin Ricks battling on the halfway line with Jamie Reichenbach. Finally will go in possession of United. Getting free along the right side is Kate Burkhardt with the shot on goal. It just trickles off the left side. Another shot on goal up high and over the head of Anissa Buck. That was Kristen Hans with a good strong kick, just a little bit too high for United. Anissa Buck making a nice play, just jumping up, trying to tip the ball if it did stay in. Into the lineup will be Michelle Zink, Aaron Hanlon for Cardiff, Erica Serta go into the lineup, and Karen Delante will take a break. As the kick comes upfield, and trickles out of bounds on the near side here. So United will have possession going back the other way. So again, the winner of this ball game will have second place by themselves, as both United and Cardiff tied for second place as we speak. The throw attempting to go inside to Britta Lebhertz. Knocked out of bounds by Scripps United. The header by United. Again going out of bounds, so The Mustangs up to Britta Lebhertz. Britta controls momentarily and finally kicks the ball across the touchline. Strong kick, Jenny Kurth trying to get out to Sienna Hernandez on the right wing, and Hernandez hustling down. Hernandez gets free, and a nice play by the goalie coming up just in time as Sienna Hernandez, threatened in that goal area, was looking for that shot on goal. Jenny Kurth has the ball slide off of her foot. And another big play defensively by Jenny Kurth, not allowing any type of scoring threat by Scripps United. Cardiff coming up with the defensive stop. Again, all of the players getting more than ample playing time today. Ball. Nice play there by Britta Lebhertz, who attempted to keep the ball in bounds here at the halfway line. The official apparently feeling that her foot was just out of bounds, so we'll go in to Scripps United. That's Kristen Hans controlling. Out to the left wing. And a good defensive play, Janelle West. Janelle, along with Meredith Brust, back defensively. Jamie Latiano, that fullback position. Kara Herzog with the header out of bounds off of a Mustang player, so Kara will inbounds for her team. So you can hear the coach, Jana Hernandez, just yelling support from the sideline, the assistant for the Mustangs, to tell her players not to get down. They only trail by one, so they may be behind, but far from being out of this ball game. But they need to find the opening players. They need to just try to get control here offensively and have the talented foot of Sienna Hernandez on that right wing, along with the center forward Rebecca Eddington, who's in the ball game right now, and also the left wing Britta Lebhertz. And another score by Scripps United. That being a very big goal puts them out in front 2-0 halfway through the second half of play. So that the type of goal that the Mustangs really could not afford. I believe that was Vanessa Hanley that came up with that score for United as the players were tangled up there. Scripps United coming out of that pile with a shot that surprised the goalie Anissa Buck. Battling at the halfway line is Jenny Kurth and Stacy Braun. Jenny hustling over to get possession for her team. Pass inside, and almost a shot by Rebecca Eddington on goal there. Broken up just in time as the players collide. That was Devin Ricks. Nice dribbling by Meredith Brust inside to Jenny. Brust hustling over. And a big, strong left-footed kick by Erica Serta to keep the ball in possession. Actually gaining possession now is United as the goalie comes up to make the play. As the punt goes across the touchline on the far. Pass attempted inside to Sienna Hernandez. Jenny Kurth back to Meredith Brust with a strong kick towards the goal as Britta Lebhertz tried to hustle up on a possible shot on goal, but to no avail. As the kick comes across the touchline on the near side. Janelle West for Cardiff will inbounds. As she awaits for her players to set up. And Sarah Helland will come into the lineup and replace Sienna Hernandez. Hustling over is Janelle West, and Jamie Latiano with the strong kick back the other way. And hustling over is Sarah Holland. The goalie, of course, coming up once again. Ooh. Oh, nice play there by Jenny Kurth. She was going one-on-one against Scripps United, and she came out the best of that. So Jenny taking advantage of her good size, one of the stronger athletes on the field today. And Jenny's still in the action there. The header by United. And Latiano coming up from that fullback position. The score 2-0 in favor of United. Ball going back and forth a few times here at the halfway line. The header by Jill Hanneman. Hustling back defensively is Jamie Latiano. Jamie will handle the goal kick for the Mustangs. Comes out to the halfway line. Strong kick by Kim Knutson. Back towards Latiano. And hustling over is Jill Hanneman, who kicks it out of bounds. So that should result in another goal kick for Jamie Latiano. So the Cardiff Mustangs down by 2, but far from being out of the ball game. We're only halfway through the second half of play here. Have plenty of time to get right back in it. And Latiano with a strong kick upfield. And just trickles out of bounds, so United should have possession going back the other way. So the sun just breaking through the clouds here, starting to warm up a little bit. The players, of course, plenty warm as they've been hustling from minute 1 of this game. The pass inside, broken up by Meredith Brust momentarily. Meredith coming over, hustling with a nice kick. Kicks out towards the halfway line and back the other way by Kelly Robinson. As Latiano gets the ball back to Anissa Buck. Anissa with a nice strong punt comes out towards the halfway line. Brust and Janelle West coming up. So Janelle trying to kick the ball up towards the halfway line. Ricocheted off the United player, so Janelle will inbounds. And the header and driving down is Britta Lebhertz. Hustling down the right side, Jenny Kurth, centering pass inside to Sarah Helland. So Cardiff threatening there momentarily. As Becky Burkett will come into the lineup for the Mustangs, and Meredith Brust will have a rest here. Devin Rick squeezing between 2 defenders to make that kick, and coming up the goalie for United. That was Britta Lebhertz hustling down to try to intercept that ball from the goalie before she retrieved it. Devin Ricks marking her player very well. In there tackling as well as Michelle Zink. So the players for both teams very fundamentally sound. You can see they dribble the ball very well, mark their players, tackle one another. Playing soccer the way it should be played. Substitutions coming in for Scripps United. So Stacy Braun will take a rest, and Andrea Ginsburg will come in for Scripps. As Kate Burkhardt has possession on the right side. Jamie Latiano on the defensive end for Scripps, and nice tackling there by Jamie Latiano, not allowing Scripps to threaten on that right side. You can see Jamie signaling to the referee, so hopefully she'll be okay here. Karen Delante will substitute and give Jamie Latiano a well-deserved rest. You can see Jamie on the sideline here. I think the brunt of that fall might have knocked her breath away for a little while. So hopefully she'll be back in action here soon. The pass coming inside, broken up by Jenny Kurth. Strong kick inside, broken up by Erica Serta. And that kick broken up by Becky Burkett. So 3 consecutive strong kicks by United, broken up all 3 times by the Mustangs. Again, a credit to their fullbacks defensively. As another kick comes in. And a big kick there by Janelle West to get that ball out of that goal area. As you see the ball trickle off to the far touchline. As the referee signals in another substitution, and that will be Wendy Pierce, and she'll give Britta Lebhertz a rest. So the coach is keeping all their players fresh, just rotating them in and out. That's Andrea Rohrback, back defensively for United. Kicks up towards the halfway line, but goes out of bounds, so the Mustangs will have possession on the far side. The header by United. Devin Ricks kicks up towards Sarah Helland. And controlling is... Oh, a big kick there by Janelle West towards the head area of the United's player. Janelle hustles up with a strong over-the-head throw-in. Attempted to go into Becky Burkett. At the halfway line is Karen Delante. Controlling up front to Rebecca Eddington. As Devin Ricks battles with 2 of the United players. And Devin comes out the winner in that little battle as the possession goes in favor of the Mustangs. The attempted shot by Becky Burkett, just squeezing out of that pile with a strong kick, ricocheted off the United player to dart off to the right. The goal kick coming in for United as they are ahead 2-0 in the ball game. And hustling over was Andrea Ginsburg, trying to keep the ball in possession of United, but to no avail. So the Mustangs will have possession. As you see Andrea Ginsburg in front of you here, one of the talented players for United. And Janelle West to throw in. The attempted header by Becky Burkett. Karen Delante looking upfield to her scorers. Ball going back and forth at the halfway line and hustling over Becky Burkett along with United. Here's Vanessa Henley about to attempt the throw-in. Vanessa, of course, responsible for the second goal of the game for United. 10 minutes left in the ball game. Plenty of time for the Mustangs to come up with a score or 2. As Jill Hanneman driving down and broken up by Jenny Kurth, making a nice defensive play for the Mustangs. Kristen Hans will come over for the corner kick. You can see the Mustang players lining up in their defensive positions. And the strategy, of course, for United the same as they situate themselves far from the goal area. And then as the kick comes in, they all run towards the goal and did just that. But a good defensive play by Becky Burkett, but the possible shot on goal by Jill Henneman was broken up by the Mustangs. And back the other way goes Sarah Helland. Sarah goes out to Rebecca Eddington at the halfway line. Eddington back to Devin Ricks. Nice teamwork there with the one-touch passes. Rebecca Eddington battling with Kelly Robinson on the far side. Should put the ball in possession of Scripps. Broken up by Devin Ricks momentarily. Crossed the halfway line and knocked towards the out of bounds by Erica Serta. So a lot of fast action in the ball game this morning. The Mustangs about to come in here with some substitutions as we see Erin Hanlon will go into the lineup and she'll replace Janelle West. The Mustangs attempting to go to Rebecca Eddington. Rebecca marking Lindsay Unruh of United. Michelle Zink. So Scripps United coming into today's game with a 2-4 record overall, looking to make that 3-4. Of course, Cardiff coming in with a 4-1-1 record. Jenny Kurth dribbling down along with Eddington. And Eddington being marked very well by Andrea Rohrbach, unable to get a shot on goal. Or at least a centering pass inside for a better shot on goal. So Cardiff making some more lineup changes as Britta Lebhertz goes into the lineup and she'll replace Devin Ricks. Good pass inside by Michelle Zink. And hustling over is Becky Burkett along with Sarah Helland. And a nice centering kick. The centering pass by Sarah Helland goes behind the net. As the goal kick and a nice strong kick comes in for United here at the halfway line. The header by the Mustangs. Becky Burkett trying to keep the ball in possession of her team as the ball trickles across the touchline and will go in favor of Scripps United. The over-the-head throw broken up by Erin Hanlon. Kate Burkhardt up the right side and marked very closely by Michelle Zink on the defensive end for the Mustangs. As Britta Lebhertz takes a shot from the Scripps United player in the back, the result in an indirect kick coming up for, and actually make that a yellow card. That, I think, the first yellow card of the ball game. Both teams very, very aggressive coming in. As official Tom Browning makes that mark in his book. As the Mustangs set up offensively here for the indirect cut or kick coming up shortly. The Mustangs momentarily to Wendy Pierce. And hustling over. And a big strong kick by Becky Burkett. But Sarah Helland hustling over to try to get herself in position. Was not there yet. Burkett controlling. Britta Lebhertz trying to come up with that control offensively. Eddington and Lebhertz down the left side. Lebhertz passing inside to Eddington, broken up by Scripps. All right, that will do it. That is the ball game here at Jerbeck Park. The final score, Scripps Ranch 2, the Cardiff Mustangs 0. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. We'll be back in a moment for some post-game interviews. All right, we're back for the post-game show here at Jerbeck Park. I'm Mike Benson for George Langevin Productions. And the score, the Mustangs actually coming down on the low side, 2-0 today. But let's find out all about the players, and we'll start with your name and what position you play today.
Okay, my name's Jamie Latiano, and I played sweeper. I don't know, I just think that we should have scored. We just kept pushing it up, and we just couldn't get the ball in the goal.
Okay. You mentioned to me that a couple of your friends that you play volleyball with, now how are you going to face them? What are you going to say to them when you see them?
We'll beat them next time.
Okay, you got the right attitude about that. Now, you guys came into today's game with about 4 or 5 wins already. Is there any one game that sticks out in your mind as being your favorite this year?
Well, I remember playing Temecula up in Temecula. It was really hot, about 93, and we just kept pushing, and they had never been scored on. We scored 4. We still lost 6-4. But just the fact that we scored and played hard was really fun.
Okay. Let's talk about this game real briefly. They had one score on a penalty kick, and then they scored a regular goal. It seemed like a lot of times they threatened, but you guys made nice defensive plays. Were you expecting them to be as tough a team today as they were?
I don't actually, yeah, kind of. I don't know. They were not that strong. Mm-hmm. They just would move, and we would just kind of stand there and watch them and would let them get the ball first. We have to just be more aggressive and go and take them out if they're going to get there.
Right, okay. You got the right attitude. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, let's get your name and your position.
Hey, my name is Michelle Zink, and I play right fullback and sometimes right wing.
Okay.
And
All right, well, I give you a lot of credit for keeping your composure as your coach is trying to make you laugh here in the background. But talk to us about a favorite game of you, or for you, on this season.
my favorite game was the last game because we won 6-0, and it was like total funny game, and we won, and it was like, since we were winning, we were just goofing around and stuff, but it was fun.
Okay. Is any one particular play in that game that stands out in your mind where you made a nice play defensively or got the ball up to a teammate that you felt good about? Anything that sticks out in your mind?
Not really. I mean, well, no, not really.
So just a complete team effort?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When soccer's finished, are you going to play some other sports?
Yeah, I play softball.
What position are you playing softball?
First base and third base.
Great. How do you hit? Pretty well?
Yeah.
Are you happy to see the Twins win the series?
The Twins?
The World Series?
Oh, yeah.
Who are they? No. Didn't really matter to you?
No.
Okay. All right. When you're not playing soccer and other sports, what do you do for fun? Just for enjoyment?
Go to the beach if it's sunny.
Uh-huh.
And
Not today.
ride bikes.
Okay.
And and not much. Do my homework.
How you doing in school so far? School going okay for you?
Yeah, getting A's and B's.
Really? Is there one class that you dread going to?
Yeah,
Which one?
Spanish.
Okay, we all have one of those. Okay, thanks for joining us. Good luck now. All righty. All right, we'll get your name, what position you played.
My name's Sarah Helland, and today I played center halfback and right wing and center forward.
Yeah, we called your name out a lot at the end of the game because you were hustling down there trying to get your team on the board. Was it tough getting your footing out there today? Did that come into play for you?
I don't know, not really. It was okay. It was kind of hard because it was wet today and the ball was slippery,
Yeah.
but it was okay. It wasn't that bad.
I mean, you have good speed. I was watching. You're real quick out there. Now, do you use your good speed for other sports as well?
Yeah, I do track in the field.
Okay.
And
What are your events when you do track? Do you do the sprinting events or the distance? What sprints do you do?
I do the 100-meter dash, and that's like basically, yeah, I usually do 100-meter dash.
Do you have a goal like for the 100? Like like a certain time you'd like to break this year?
I don't know, not really.
Okay. Just try to get better with each time that you run it. Okay, what about school for you? How are you doing?
Pretty good.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
Are most of your teammates in 9th grade?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you going to be one of the players that might try out for a high school team? I understand there's some tryouts coming up soon. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to try out for the freshman team.
Great. You'll have no problem making it. Good game. Bye-bye. All right, we'll get your name and what position you played out there.
Okay, my name's Meredith Brust, and today I played right full and right half.
Okay. Yeah, we got a chance to call out all the names. I mean, you guys were really hustling today, going 100%, so you have to feel good about, obviously not the result, but the fact you came out and you gave it your all. But now talk to me about a favorite game for you, because you guys have won 4 or 5 games this season. Any one game that stands out as being your best?
Last game, I think I played pretty well. I played right full for like the first time, and I really tried really hard, and we came out on top. We won 6-0, and so I just like that game the best, probably.
Okay. Is there any one play that sticks out in your mind that you felt real good about when you went home? You might have talked about, to your family about or anything like that?
I don't know. One play where I was playing right full, and then I kicked it up, and they kicked it back, and I just rebounded it all the way back up, and I liked it.
Okay.
It's great.
What about your footing today? The ground was a little bit wet. I was asking one of your teammates how she felt about it. How was it for you? Was it tough to get your footing? Did it make any difference, do you think, on the outcome of the game?
Yeah, it was tougher because the ball was slippery, but the ground didn't really affect us, I don't think.
Okay. And what about other sports for you when soccer's over?
Well, I don't really play any other sports except for soccer, but I just hope to make the freshman high school team.
Great. Because it's a great sport. It's a lot of fun. It keeps you in shape all year round. And what about when you're not playing soccer and you just want to have fun? Let's say you have some quiet time at home, you want to read or do some drawing. Anything that you enjoy doing that's especially fun for you?
Talking on the phone.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know.
Having fun with your friends.
Yeah, being with friends, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, good luck the rest of the season. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Okay, we'll get your name and what position you play today.
My name is Tanya Terzic, and I play right full or stopper.
Okay. Now, talk to us. Let's talk about the whole season now. Again, with as many wins that you have, there's got to be a game that sticks out in your mind as maybe being the best for you. Which one would that be for you?
Well, probably last week because, we did win 6-0, and we tried. I think we did really good. We tried our hardest, and I think I played my hardest last week,
Great.
and I saved a couple goals. And
Nice. Okay. Talk to us about, you say you played your hardest, but I think you probably mean that you also maybe had one of your best games. So you say you made a couple of stops. Talk to us about one of those that you made. What happened and how did you play a part in that?
Well, I don't know. One game, I guess I was playing right full, and the ball was coming towards me, and there's another girl from the other team coming towards the goal, and I just ran in front of her, and I to kick the ball out so it wouldn't go in the goal, and I guess.
Exactly.
I don't know. I was proud of that.
Sure. So your quick defensive footing disallowed them from making a score. So that feels real good, definitely. No, you got to feel good about a nice play. And what about other sports for you? I was asking all your teammates. Because you're all good athletes. I know you must play some other sports. Are you going to play another sport when soccer's finished?
Yeah, I think I might play basketball or just keep going for soccer, freshman.
Okay. Do you have a position that when you're playing basketball you like to be out at the guard controlling, or you play forward or in the middle at center? What's your favorite position if you had your choice?
I'm not really sure. Let's see.
If the coach said, would you want to be up front controlling at the guard to pass out, or would you rather be underneath the basket? Which do you think you'd like the best?
Oh, yeah, the guard.
The guard position?
Yeah, because I'm not really good at shooting, but, I do good passes and everything, and
Good.
I help out the team.
There you go. You're an unselfish player, and that's good. Real team-oriented.
Yeah.
And what about enjoyment for you when you're not playing soccer? What are some of the hobbies that you enjoy doing?
Probably ride my bike or something. I read. I hang out with friends and everything. Just do what I can.
When you read, what's the most enjoyable things that you like to read? Some people like reading dramas, or some people like reading true stories or autobiographies on sports people. What do you like reading?
Well, I like reading mystery and things to do with like killings and murder, and I don't know. I'm just that type of person. I like that for some reason.
That's fine. If you find excitement in that, that's okay. And as your teammates laugh at you in the background, but that's okay. Are you reading a book right now that you really enjoy?
Well, I usually do, but I can't because of school. Of all the homework, so I don't really have time. But yeah, over the summer I did. I read a lot of books.
What was your favorite one that you read this summer?
I don't know. I can't remember. I like read a lot, so
Yeah, that's good.
I mean,
You
there's
go from book to book.
yeah, they're different. I don't know.
And how's school making out for you?
I'm doing actually pretty good. A, B, average.
Great. Can't beat
think.
that.
No.
Thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season. Okay. All right, we'll get your name and what position you play today.
Okay, my name is Becca Eddington, and I played center forward, right forward, and left forward.
Okay. Now, if you had your choice, if the coach said what position would you prefer to play, what would be your favorite out of all those?
Well, I haven't been playing forward that much this season. I played right halfback a lot, and this was the first game that I didn't play halfback at all. So, but I like center forward.
Okay, I can believe it. I mean, because, again, you're one of the players that we were watching out there that has good speed. I mean, you really run. It seems like when the defense gets the ball back into your territory, I see you hustling down. You got real nice speed. So, again, do you use your good speed and athletic ability for other sports, too?
Yeah, I do track.
And now, what are your favorite events in track? What do you like running?
Let's see, I did a lot. I did the 100 and the relay, and then I did the 200 and 400.
Nice. So you're one of the sprinters, too, then. Out of all those events, which is your favorite in track?
I liked the 200.
Okay. Do you have a goal in that? I mean, are times real important right now for you as far as breaking a certain time, or do you just want to just improve with each one yourself? I mean, do you have a goal as far as a time you'd like to get?
Not really. Not really.
Okay. Right. What about other sports? Is that pretty much it, soccer and track? I mean, that's enough, but do you play other things as well?
No, not really.
Okay. What about fun for you when you're not playing sports and just want to do, like, enjoyable things at home with your brothers and sisters, if you have any, or whatever? What do you do?
Well, let's see. I don't know. I like to go swimming or go to the beach and just movies.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, right now, you're so busy with school, I would think, right now. And how are you doing in school? Do you have a favorite subject that you really enjoy?
Let's see. History is kind of fun. We have a good class.
What about, everyone has one class that they dread going to and they don't really enjoy. What's the one for you?
Math.
Okay. I can relate. I was never good at math, and my sister's a math teacher. We were like two opposites in that respect. But okay, any one game that sticks out in your mind this year that was your favorite, that you feel that you played your best in?
See, we did play really good against Temecula.
That was the one, the last game you won 6-6?
No, that was the game that they were in first place and they had never been scored on, and we scored 4 goals on them.
Wow.
So
they were never scored upon. You guys came in and scored 4 on them. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, that must have felt good. Yeah. Okay, thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season for you. Okay. All right, we'll get your name and what position you play.
Okay, I'm Jenny Kurth, and I play center mid or stopper.
Okay, Jenny, yeah, we called your name out a lot because you're such a strong athlete. When the ball would come down to their territory and they would threaten to score, you'd come out of nowhere with a nice strong kick back down the other way. Is that your strength? I mean, is that the most enjoyable part of the game for you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. All right, is there a game this year that sticks out in your mind that you enjoyed the most? I mean, any one game where you feel you played your best?
Not really.
No?
I don't know, some days I feel playing soccer and I do good, and then like other days and just don't feel like it, and then I do really bad.
Well, we all...
I don't really know which game.
Yeah. Well, we all have our moments. I mean, some days are better than others. In some games you feel real confident. Other games you really don't feel like playing. But now, with your height, do you use that for other sports like basketball or anything like that? Do you play other sports?
Well, I did play basketball, but I don't really like it,
Yeah.
so I'm just playing soccer.
Okay. Are you going to play, you think, on a high school level as well?
Yeah, I'm going to try out. I don't know if I'll make it, though. You will.
Heck yeah, you will. Yeah, I feel you're definitely a real talented athlete. You shouldn't have any problem. What about fun things for you? I was asking all your teammates when you're not playing soccer. I mean, there's so many other things that people like to do besides just play sports. What are some of the fun things you like to do with your friends?
Homework, watch TV.
Yeah.
I don't know, just hang around with my friends. That's all, really.
What's your favorite TV show right now?
I don't really have one, like in Living Color, I guess.
All right.
Something like that.
So you got a hidden fun side to you there. That's gonna if you like it, Living Color. What about that show, that Beverly Hills show? I really like that. Do you enjoy that or no?
Well, I like Dylan, that's all.
Can you elaborate on that for us?
I don't know. The show's kind of retarded, but...
Well, they try to deal with issues that they feel are relevant and really happen in this day and age. But okay. All right. Any other closing thoughts on today's game?
Not really. We lost.
I know.
That's all, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck the rest of the season, okay? And thanks for joining us. Take it easy. All right. Let's get your name and what position you played.
My name's Devin Ricks, and I play left halfback.
Okay. Talk to us about a favorite play, because there's one play that sticks out in my mind where two of the defenders converged on you and you came like right in the middle. I'm not sure if you remember that play, but you made a nice kick. But talk to us about that play. Was that your favorite in today's game?
I don't know. I liked it when I came through and I headed it really hard in between two players. That was my favorite, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, you had a lot of good plays out there today. You have to feel good about the way you played. What about looking at the whole season? Like I was asking your other teammates, is there a game that sticks out in your mind? Because we all have a favorite game. And we go, wow, I think I played the best in that game. What was yours?
Well, I don't think I played the best, but I thought, like, overall we played the best at Temecula game. Because, I don't know, what was the score? 6-4.
Okay.
And, oh, no, we just all played really good as a unit. It was fun.
All right. And again, I mean, you said it, we all played well as a unit. You're an unselfish player. But let's talk about Devin in that game. What did you do that sticks out in your mind?
I don't know. There wasn't all that much. The left side was kind of like dull practically the whole game, but I can't really remember anything.
Okay, because it was a while back. All right, what other sports for you when soccer's over?
Basketball, and then I want to play freshman soccer or JV soccer for the high school.
Beautiful. Okay, and those tryouts come up in a week or so?
Yeah.
Okay, you looking forward to that?
Yeah.
You're going to be a little nervous?
Very nervous.
That's called being human. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And what about things for fun for you? I was asking all your teammates what they do when they're not playing sports. What do you enjoy doing when you're at home? Just have quiet time. Do you enjoy drawing, or you have a creative side, or do you do anything else for fun?
I don't. I like talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Just like Meredith, and I mostly like to be with my friends a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not like a single person. I like to be with a lot of people.
Good. What are some of the most enjoyable things that you do with your friends right now?
I don't know, just hang out with like a big group of us and just have a lot of fun, spend the night and stuff.
Good. You have little slumber parties and things?
Yeah.
Great. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, how about school? How you doing?
Oh, I don't know, average. A's and B's.
Well, that's above average. That's real good. What are some courses that, well, actually, let me ask you one course that I was asking some of your teammates just to keep it kind of fun, because all of us have a class that we dread going to. Is there one class that you really despise?
PE. I hate physical education.
Okay, because they have you doing all different types of sports and some other things that you really don't enjoy as much as soccer and basketball.
Yeah, I don't like my PE teacher.
Really? See,
He's
that
mean.
can hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. All right. What about any closing thoughts on your teammates? Do you really enjoy playing with your teammates this year?
Yeah. Yeah, we all become like really good friends this season.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I love the sport, and I love everybody I play with.
Good. Okay. You have a good attitude, like all your teammates. Take it easy, Devin. All right, we'll get your name, what position you played.
I'm Sienna Hernandez, and I play center forward, or sometimes I play left fullback.
Okay. There was so many times in today's game when we were watching it looked like you were going to score. You were in a scoring position a couple of times, but the luck of the draw just didn't go your way. But you're a real good player. Is there a game, or let's just talk about this game first. Is there a play in this game that sticks out in your mind that you feel good about?
Where in the first half, when the goalie was about to get the ball and I got away, but I fell before I could get to it, and she fell over me. But
I hate when that happens. Okay, what about coming into this game? Again, I know that you've played probably a lot of good games. Which one was the best for you individually?
I think that probably the game that we played against Temecula, all of us had a lot of good plays, and we were really aggressive since we were the only team to score on them. And it was a pretty high-scoring game, so I think that's the game that sticks out in my mind the most.
Did you have a score in that game yourself?
No,
Have you scored yet this year?
No.
Okay, because I know you're going to probably score before the season's over. What about, did you get a chance to get an assist at all?
Yeah, I've had just about, with Britta, I've had a lot of assists. Yeah.
Talk to us about your favorite one. Talk to us about that.
Last weekend we were playing against the Vaqueros, I think it was, or something like that, and one of the girls got the ball away from me, and then I fell after that, and I got up and the ball was right there wide open, and Britta was standing right over in the center wide open, and I passed the ball right over to her, and she headed in the ball. It was a perfect goal, so that's the one that I'll remember.
Wish we had it on video.
Yeah.
Okay, now since you're a good athlete, do you play other sports too? I was asking all your teammates, what do you play when soccer's over?
I don't play any sports besides soccer, but I played basketball in 6th grade, but that's all I played. I never played any other sport besides soccer.
Yeah, that's enough. I mean, it keeps you... Do you play pretty much all year round, or how does it work for you with soccer?
Well, this is my first year playing AA since Cardiff has never had a AA team my age before. But I've played for 9 years, so I just played recreation for Cardiff all the time.
Okay. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a little brother and a little sister, and they both play soccer too.
I was going to say, they must be athletic too. It seems to run in your family because you're such a good little athlete. Now, let's talk about, I was asking all your teammates, when soccer's over or you get home from school, you want to just kind of relax and do things that are fun for you besides playing sports. What are some of the things that you like doing for fun?
I like to go to the beach, and I'd like to do things with my friends a lot, and that's about it.
All right. Do you have any, like some people enjoy music or drawing or reading? Is there anything like that that interests you that much?
I play piano,
Do you
so
really?
yeah.
Beautiful.
I've been playing for quite a while now, so.
Do you have aspirations musically to maybe do something with music one day? Is that a thought?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe if it ever comes to that. I don't know.
Because you have that Paula Abdul look. Has anyone ever told you that?
No.
Okay, well, that was a first. All right. Okay, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the season. Take it easy. Okay, we'll get your name and what position you played.
Okay, I'm Rebecca Burkett, and I play like right and left half.
Okay. And again, yeah, we called your name out a lot because you're making a lot of strong kicks down towards your forwards. Is there a part, let's talk about today's game first. Is there a part of today's game that stands out in your mind that you felt good about?
Usually just like the rebounds that I got when they kicked it, and then I just shot it right back down. I didn't really make very good passes, but I got it down there as much as I can, and that's. The ref didn't favor us much, but other than that, I think we played a pretty good game considering the way that the refs were like favoring the other team in a way, and they favored us in a way too. But other than that, it was.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you guys were pretty evenly matched. I mean, they got. I felt a little bit lucky. It was like I thought it was an accidental trip that led to that penalty kick where they went up 1-0, and that kind of maybe might have brought your momentum down a little bit. And then I thought they actually kind of got a little bit lucky on that second goal. So you're right. It was an evenly matched team. It could easily have been a 0-0 score today. It really could have. I thought both teams were good offensively and defensively. But let's talk about the whole season for you. What was a good game for you?
Well, I've been out for 2 weeks because I snapped some cartilage in my knee, and so about 3 weeks ago, I remember like a game when we were just playing really well and we were sticking together, and we won them about 3-2, I think it was, and like I shot from like maybe the half line and I made it, and I was really stoked about that. But
So a great long kick, and it went in. Beautiful. Did it go in high upon the goal?
yeah, it was just like that far right into it. So.
Where there's no way the goalie can really get up to it.
Yeah.
Now, how did you snap the cartilage in your knee?
I was shooting with my left foot, left foot, and as I came down on it, my knee just kind of popped. Went my upper leg went to the left, and my lower leg went to the right. And
So is it going to be okay? You're not going to have any surgery or anything?
should be fine unless I re-injure it. It's fine.
Okay. What about other sports for you when soccer's over?
Well, I've been playing soccer like all my life, so I'm not really interested in many other sports. I played baseball and basketball, and then just like street hockey.
But competitively, you're just content with playing soccer.
Yeah.
And are you going to try out for a high school team, you think, in the future?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I make it this year because I really want to.
Now, this is for the freshman team at San Diego High?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like, I guess, how many of your teammates will try out for that team?
Pretty much all of us, I think.
So,
I think we all are.
I mean, that's nice because you're developing a nice little friendship now and a team camaraderie, and then you'll get to play each other in high school. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I've like been playing with them all my life, so I've known them ever since we were like in preschool and kindergarten. So it's fun.
Okay. Well, you speak real well, and you must do real well in school. What are your favorite subjects in school?
Usually like history and Spanish. Usually.
Okay. Well, do well in school and keep playing soccer. Thanks for joining us. All right. All right. Your name, what position you play today?
I'm Anissa Beck, and I play goalie.
Okay. Talk to us now. Today, when they had that penalty kick, it seemed to me like it was tough for you to get your traction. The ball scooted off to your right-hand side. Did she line up like she was going to kick it to that side the whole way? I mean, what stands out in your mind about that kick?
It just looked like she was just kicking it to the center, but she didn't. So.
Because I mentioned in the broadcast, Anissa, that it didn't seem like you really were able to get your footing as good as you wanted to. Do you think that played a little bit? Do you think that had an adverse effect on your playing that goal attempt?
Yeah, well, the back line was a little bit like down, and so my heels had to be touching it, and so my heels were down, and it wasn't as good as it should have been.
Okay. You know what? I have to admit that when that second goal was scored, I was actually looking down at my sheet for one of the players' names, and I actually didn't get a chance to see, how the goal materialize? What happened? Everyone seemed to be in a pile, then all of a sudden I look up and boom, the ball's in the goal. But what actually happened on that play?
I'm not really sure. Everybody was like, I couldn't really see. It was just.
Okay, so it was like a pile up, and then one of their players just kind of kicked it out of the pile, and that made it tough for your vision. You really couldn't see it come out of the pile. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, yeah, so it's tough to defend against that. Okay, talk about a game that stands out in your mind this year. That was probably the best for you because you had so many saves, or maybe you had a great save that sticks out in your mind. Any one play where you had to really make a real big athletic play to stop a goal?
Well, I came into the team late, and so I didn't get to play as many games as everybody else did. But the Temecula game was really good because I hadn't really been playing very well in that game. It was pretty good because I just did pretty well.
Okay. All right. No, you have to feel good about your performance. You guys have won 4 or 5 games this year, so you've played real well. Now, you're a good athlete, so you must play other sports. What do you play when soccer's over?
Well, I do track, and I do swimming in the summer.
Good. So you're a 3-sport athlete. That's great. Now, what about track events for you? What do you enjoy doing?
I do the 400 and the 800 and long jump.
Yeah, that's interesting because 2 of your teammates are sprinters and you're more of a distance person. So out of the 400, 800, and the long jump, which would you prefer out of those 2 if they said you had to do one?
400. That one is just so fun.
That is probably one of the most difficult, to me, events to do because not only do you have to run fast, but you have to run at your top speed almost, the complete race of a quarter mile. That's a tough stamina and speed race. What's your strategy in that race? Do you try to start off slow and gradually build it up, or do you just try to stay consistent the whole race? What is your strategy in the 400?
I just sprint the whole way. That's just as fast as I can.
Any times that you're shooting for this year?
Well, last year my best time was 60 seconds, and so I'm trying to break that.
So break a minute. That would be awesome. Beautiful. Okay, what about fun things for you when you're not playing sports? What do you enjoy doing? Any hobbies that you enjoy?
Well, I'm learning how to play the guitar right now, and so it's really hard.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and I do beadwork, and.
Okay. All right. Beadwork. Talk to us about that.
Well, I don't know. I have a loom, and I do like weaving with it. It's really neat.
Okay. All right. Good. You have a creative side and an athletic side. That's great. And how's school going for you?
It's okay. It's getting a lot harder this year than it was before.
Yeah, because you just in your first year of high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any tough subjects?
No.
No? So you're handling them all pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the season, Nisa. All right. Your name and what position you play?
Hi, my name is Erin Hamlin, and I play stopper and left fullback or right fullback, just a defensive area.
All right. Is there one position out of those defensive positions that you would probably prefer? Because you're out there making a lot of nice plays today for your team defensively. But if you had your choice, what would be your favorite position?
Stopper. I like to play all around the field and be where the ball's at.
I can tell.
It's just fun.
Good. Yeah, you're really hustling. And do you use your athletic ability for other sports?
I play basketball and just soccer. That's about all.
That's enough. What position do you play in basketball?
Not for like defense.
Okay.
Defensive and the wing. Same.
Sure. Okay, let's actually get back to soccer real quick. A game that sticks out in your mind this year that was your favorite individually, where you think you played the best.
Last game, we won 6-0, and I felt that our team really worked together, and we really, I don't know, I think we really worked together and really knew where each other was, and we really talked, and I just think that we played that game really well.
Yeah, that's important to have team chemistry, and you guys all are really getting used to playing with one another now. But again, I know you kind of dodged the question because you all have nice attitudes and you're real unselfish. But let's talk about you. What was your favorite game that you played your best, where you had a real good play that sticks out in your mind?
I don't know. I don't really remember me. I just remember our team and our scores, and because this is a team. It's not like a single like tennis or track. It's a team sport, and that's what I focus on.
Well, you told me. You're right. Okay. All right. And what about enjoyment for you when you're not playing sports? What are hobbies that you enjoy?
I don't know. I like to go to the beach, and I like to lay out, and I like to listen to music or study.
All right.
I don't know. Just hang out.
Well, let's talk briefly about music. I mean, some people enjoy rap music. Some people like classical. Other people like, just dance music. What do you enjoy?
I listen to it all, but I don't really like country. It doesn't do anything for me.
Do you have any favorite artists right now that you really particularly enjoy listening to?
No, not really. Just whatever's on the radio. And I borrow tapes from people, my friends. So just everything. I like it all.
Okay, good. You guys are all well-rounded. Thanks for joining us. You take it easy. All right, we'll get your name, what position you played.
Janelle West, and I I play left fullback, and today I played right fullback for half the game, and I like playing right forward.
Okay.
Or left forward, one of the two.
If you had your choice of playing in the fullback position or the forward, it sounds to me like you would probably prefer playing forward. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you help your team today. I mean, defensively, they would come down and threaten, and a lot of times you'd be battling the ball away. And is there any one game that sticks out in your mind as being your favorite, where you probably played your best?
The Temecula game was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Last week, since I normally don't play forward, and I did last week, I scored a goal, so that kind of made me stoked.
Well, talk to me about the goal. How did it happen?
I was standing right in front of the goal, and the ball got crossed right in front of me, and I kicked it in. And I got $5 too. So
You got what?
I got $5.
From who?
My mom. Try to get more of my dad.
Okay. So that's an incentive for you, right? Okay. What about other sports for you now? I mean, because you're a good athlete, so you must play other things when soccer's finished.
Last year I played track, but this year I'm going to play indoor soccer and hopefully freshman soccer. So 3 seasons of soccer.
Definitely. But hey, it's a fun sport. You know, keep you going. So track is all finished then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like running track.
Yeah. That's all right. Every one of us have sports that we don't really enjoy that much. How are you making out in school?
Not good. Not really good.
What are your, are there a class or two that you really enjoy going to? I mean, I'm guilty of not really liking some classes when I was growing up and going to high school and everything. Is there some classes that stick out in your mind that you don't particularly enjoy?
I don't enjoy English class.
Okay. Is it because of the class or the teacher or what?
The teacher.
Yeah.
The class is fun.
That can make a difference, can it? If the teacher makes it enjoyable, it can make the class enjoyable. You know?
Yeah.
What about, so English is one that you don't enjoy, but what do you like? What's your favorite class?
Probably theater. I love to act.
Great. Would that be an aspiration for you later on in life to possibly maybe pursue theater? Or maybe, it's a tough thing to say, well, hey, I want to be an actor because it's so challenging, but is that something you thought about?
It'd be fun, yeah.
Okay.
I have.
What would be like a favorite role for you? Would you like to do comedies in the future, or like dramas, or get into plays, or get into movies? What would be some of your favorites, or if you think about it? What would you like to do?
Movies.
Okay.
That would be fun.
What would be the most favorite character that you could possibly play in a movie?
A psychedelic character, one that changes. Like who's happy one minute, like psycho the next. That would be fun to play.
Good, because that allows you to kind of have different moods in the movie. That's great. Okay. All right, well, good. You guys all have a lot of different interests and a lot of sides, and I just want to say good luck in the rest of the season, and thanks for joining us, okay? Take it easy. All right, we'll get your name, what position you played.
My name is Britta, and I play left wing, mostly.
Okay. Yeah, you were on the offensive end of things, threatening a few times down there. You know, just couldn't get it going completely the way you would have liked today. But is there any part of today's game that sticks out in your mind that you were happy with? It's kind of tough, when you come out, on the losing end. But there must be one part of the game that stands out in your mind. Can you remember a part that you played that you feel good about?
When I was playing left mid, and I just crossed it over to Sarah, and she almost scored.
Okay.
And I fought for it.
I know.
Right.
So you would have had a nice assist on that play. Right.
Maybe not, because she maybe could have passed it to someone else,
Oh, okay.
and they could have scored. But she got it.
But you were trying to make things happen.
Yeah.
Okay. What about before today's game? Any game that sticks out in your mind? Everyone seemed to like the Temecula game because they had good chemistry amongst one another. What about you? A game that sticks out in your mind that was your favorite?
Last week's game was my favorite. We just really did good.
Yeah.
And I just liked that game because it was fun. We won 6-0.
I know.
So everyone got a chance to play different positions and positions they liked and stuff.
Have you got a chance to get any assists or chances for scores this year yourself?
Yeah, I've scored and I've got some assists and I don't know.
Talk to me about your favorite goal. Everyone has a goal that sticks out in their mind because of the way it happened. Is there a goal that you liked the most this year?
Probably Janelle's, because I think Becca Eddington just crossed it perfectly, and Janelle just hit it right into she's right at the back corner and just tapped it in.
Great.
So.
You guys are fun to talk to because you all have real nice attitudes and real good personalities. That's important. You have good chemistry amongst one another. Now, I was asking all your teammates what other sports they play when soccer's finished. What about you?
I'm going to try freshman soccer, and then I also do gymnastics, so I might do high school gymnastics.
Beautiful. Talk to us briefly about gymnastics. Everyone has a favorite event. Talk to me about the ones that are your best.
My favorites are floor and bars.
when I competed, I did really good, like better in those ones than balance beam and vault. Balance beam I don't like very much. I'm afraid I'm gonna fall.
All right. What's your strongest event out of all of them?
I don't like vault, but vault's my strongest. I get like my highest score is usually on vault, but I like bars and floor better.
Good. Okay. What about hobbies for you when you're not playing sports?
I like to be with my friends and stuff. Just do a lot with my friends.
Yeah. Okay, and just have fun. And how's school going for you?
Good. Getting A's and B's.
Great.
So.
Good. Can't beat that. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, and hey, good luck the rest of the season, okay? Take care. All right, your name and what position you play today?
My name's Erica, and I played right forward, center forward, left forward, and sweeper.
Okay, a multi-dimensional player here. Okay, what's your favorite position? Everyone has a favorite.
Right wing.
Okay. All right, so if the coach said which position would you like to play today, you'd definitely say right wing. Yeah. Why?
I like to score, I guess.
That's a good reason. Okay, what game sticks out in your mind this year as your best?
The last game when we went 6-0, it was just like a fun game.
Why was it so good for you?
Because we were winning. I know.
Okay, well that's enough. I mean, you guys played good as a team, and you guys all have the same attitude that if you play good as a team and you win, that feels great. And what about other sports for you?
Track and field.
Which events do you do in track and field?
The 50, the 100, and then the relay, like all like 4 people doing the whole track.
Okay. What's your favorite event out of those 3?
The 100 or 50.
Any times you might be shooting for in the 100?
I don't know.
Do you seem to get better each time you run it?
I don't know.
Do you have a good coach that helps you with the right techniques and running and sprinting and that type of thing? You know, with knee extensions and busting the arms back, and you have a good technique coach?
Well, it's school sport, so it's probably a different one this year. I don't know.
Okay. All right. All right. How's school going, speaking of school, for you?
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite classes?
Art.
What do you draw? If you can think of the most favorite thing that you've ever drawn, like, do you like drawing nature or people, animals? What do you like doing?
Rabbits.
Really? What kind of, I mean, just rabbits in general. I mean, talk to us about your favorite drawing of a rabbit.
A card, and I just kind of looked at it and I draw it. Great. I drew it or whatever.
Good. So you have a creative side as well. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the season. All right. We'll get your name, what position you played.
My name's Wendy Pierce, and I play center forward most of the time. But for the last 2 weeks, I've been playing right halfback. And I do play goalie occasionally. I can play goalie.
Everyone has a favorite position. What's it for you?
Well, I like center forward. I've been playing center forward since I was in like 2nd grade or 1st grade, so I'm used to center forward.
Okay. Talk to us about a game this year that you really feel real good at on an individual basis.
I liked this game today. I thought it was pretty good. I usually don't get to do a lot of maneuvers and stuff because I never really get the ball that much, but today I managed to put in some tricks and stuff.
I know.
And so, yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
Well, you had your foot on the ball a lot today. You know, we were calling out your name a whole lot. Let's talk about other sports for you. I was asking all your teammates that most kids, when they play one sport, they'll always play another. I mean, and they're usually pretty good at it because you're a good athlete, so I'm sure you must like other sports.
Well, my mind's pretty much centered on soccer. I don't really I have hobbies, not really. I mean, I like to bodyboard.
Yeah.
And
that's a sport, I mean.
Yeah. And but soccer is my favorite sport.
Talk to us about your favorite trick on the bodyboard, like doing.
Oh, well, I can do like 360s, and I'm like working on drop knees and El Rolos and stuff. It's pretty fun.
How does the drop knee work?
You just do a drop knee.
Drop your knees.
Yeah, well, I don't know, just drop knee. And
yeah. That's good. I mean, you have a lot of different interests. And most importantly, how's school going for you? You doing okay in school?
I'm doing okay. I mean, I want to get my grades up if I want to be on JV soccer because I'm in 10th grade. And
great.
So
you're one of the older players out here, the most experienced player.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm the only player that's in 10th grade, and no.
How does it look for you to make the JV this year?
I don't know, because the coach, me and the coach don't really get along that well, and it just won't work out. I don't even know if he'll let me try out. It's a big, long ordeal. So.
Well, don't worry about that. Just go out there and be confident and play your best. I'm sure it'll work out for you. Thanks for joining us, and good luck. Okay. All right, joining us now is the coach of the Mustangs, Leslie King. Leslie, you came in against a team today that you were tied with coming into the game. So obviously, I'm not sure if you've played them before in the past, but you must have had some idea as to how you wanted to go into this game and how you wanted to play. And what was a strategy, if you will, for today's game?